Hello, folks. I am Alan. For today's news, I will be reading and speaking about world news, interesting news, news to keep you entertained, and news to keep you informed. First one I got for you is from the Washington Post. Putin visit occupy Mariupol, stalking claim to invade Ukraine lands. Russian Putin paid a surprise visit on Saturday evening to occupy Mariupol, the eastern Ukraine city that Russia seized in May after mostly destroying it during a brutal months of siege. The visit was a symbolic display of bravado by Putin just a day after the International Criminal Court issued a warrant for his arrest over alleged war crimes, and right before a state visit to Russia by Chinese Jinping, which begins Monday. But even as Putin personally stalked his claim to occupy Ukrainian territory, international condemnation of him grew louder. Germany Justice Minister Marco told the Bild newspaper that German authorities would arrest Putin in accordance with the warrant if he set foot in their country. Biden on Saturday also backed the court's decision, saying it's justified. Officials in Russia, which, like the United States, does not recognize international jurisdiction justification, described the warrant as unlawful. The Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov called it outrageous and unacceptable, but also null and void from a legal perspective. And you're going to read the rest of this in my description box if you like. I didn't find a whole lot of news today. This from the New York Post. Why China appears ready to go to war with the U.S. over Taiwan. Last Friday, Chinese leader Jinping won his third fifth-year term as president of an unanimous vote by the National People's Congress, having secure his grip on power quite possibly for life. Jinping is executing China's grand plan to reestablish control in Taiwan. Indeed, so critical is Taiwan, which broke away from Communist China in 1949, that Beijing appears willing to tussle with Washington over its long-term fate. Now, I heard that they never did own Taiwan, so I don't know about that. As the only nation standing between China and Taiwan, U.S. battle readiness has never been more vital, but the U.S. remains woefully unprepared, even as every sign from Jinping suggests he's readying himself to rumble. The first war drums, loud ones, in October. Jinping installed a war cabinet comprised of 7 men, all Jinping loyalists, after removing advisors favoring reforms from all power. Chinese leader Jinping recently secured another 5-year mandate as his nation president, armed with a decidedly harshest new war cabinet. Jinping to be focused on returning Taiwan to the mainland's fold and willing to battle with the U.S. if necessary. The next month, during a visit to China Operational Command Center, Jinping directed his military to be ready for war. The entire military must concentrate on energy on fighting a war, directed all work toward warfare, and speed up the build to ability to win. CIA director estimates Beijing wants to be conflict ready by 2027. I don't know. I think they might go to war before that. We are going to go to war, though. Just watch. We're going to war. Okay, here's something here from Distractify. It says, I thought it was interesting. It says, food truck owner shares how much GrubHub deducted from earnings to encourage people not to use delivery apps. It said it's no secret that coronavirus and subsequently lockdown has been devastating for the restaurant industry in most states. Dining-in establishments have been forced to close their doors, and even after the country began to reopen, restaurants will have to abide by social distancing rules and keep many tables empty. Food trucks have also faced a significant decline in traffic as people stay home. As a result, an increasing number of restaurants are now offering delivery through apps like GrubHub and Uber Eats. But while these have been great tools for keeping many restaurants going during these difficult times, they continue to face criticism for taking large commissions in an industry that already has thin margins. Lisby, the owner of a Chicago-style Boss food truck in Westmont, Illinois, recently took to Facebook to share the March GrubHub payment for a restaurant that he's consulting for. The statement shows that the restaurateur did just over $1,000 in sales, but only ended up with $376.54 of that amount. And here's the stub right here. He made 46 prepaid orders for $1,042. They took out commission. They took out delivery commission. Why don't they combine them together? Why do they call them different? They took out processing fee. They took out promotions. They took out 7 order adjustment. They took out commission. No, they added commission, not much. They added delivery commission, which wasn't much. Processing fee and promotions. So out of $1,042.63, he only made $376.54 in March for 46 prepared orders. I don't use the food delivery service. I eat at home mainly. If I do stop out, I do it myself. According to GrubHub documentation, they charge a 20% commission for marking on all orders made through the app. In his case, that leads to $206.51 being deducted. Delivery commission sits at another 10%, leading to a $94.99 deduction. In this case, the cost does not apply if restaurants use their own drivers. Processing fee stand at 3.05% and 30 cents per transaction. He saw another $38.52 deducted for this. And an additional $231 was deducted by promotions. These can be set by the restaurateur and the GrubHub through restaurateurs need to opt into app-wide promotions. GrubHub did recently come under fire for offering a $10 discount on orders of $30 or more, with business owners having to eat the cost. So GrubHub will give people $10 off if they order $30 or more, but the restaurant got to pay that $10. It comes out of their money. It's all a scam. It really is. Anyway, you can read about the rest of this in my description box if you like. It's all a scam. All this stuff is. It's just for companies to make money. That's all it is. Here's one here from Seeking Alpha. This is from Tuesday. Tyson Foods set to lay off 1,700 employees, close 2 plants. Tyson Foods is set to shutter 2 poultry plants in Arkansas and Virginia, impacting scores of employees. A total of 1,700 workers are due to be handed pink slips at plants in Van Buren, Arkansas, and Glen Allen, Virginia, as these prospective plants are due to close on May 12th. The Arkansas plant employs about 1,000 workers, while the Virginia operation enlists about 700 employees. To strengthen our chicken business, we are focused on operational excellence and optimizing our network to reach full capacity in every Tyson food facility, a company spokesperson told Seeking Alpha. With that said, the current scale is inability to economically improve operation has led to a difficult decision. Now, what they're doing, they're going to have less workers. They're going to be making more mistakes. There'll be more bad chicken going out. That's what's going to happen. Let's hear what this says here.
Here at this plant said this even came as a surprise to them. What it means is that 700 people, nearly 700 people, will be out of a job here come May. Tyson Foods says this comes as they begin streamlining their processes.
How you doing, sir?
Tucked off Mountain Road sits Glen Allen Fast Food.
I like egg and cheese. That's my favorite.
MD Hassan has worked here for 15 years.
Almost, I spend my part of life, almost one part, 15 years.
Plenty of time to get to know regulars passing through for a quick bite.
Actually, all Tyson crew, they will come for lunch.
The Tyson chicken processing plant sits half a mile up the road, so news that the plant is permanently closing in May and the nearly 700 people who work there will lose their jobs hit close.
I feel so bad. I'm so sad to hear that. I have a really good communication with them. You know, we love this crew and very cool people they are working here, and we are going to miss them.
The Glen Allen plant is one of 2 Tyson's plans to close soon. A company spokesperson says the closure is part of a streamlining process for the production facilities nationwide by, quote, optimizing operations and utilizing the full available capacity at each plant. We spoke off camera with one worker here. They told us the loss of their job is of course disappointing, and workers got the news Monday. The worker also seemed resigned to the idea it was out of their hands. The president of the union representing the nearly 700 workers here said in a statement, quote, these men and women risked their lives and the safety of their families to keep this plant operational during the pandemic, and this is the thanks they get? This is not how we show gratitude to essential workers in Virginia.
That is very sad. It's not sad, it's very sad.
The union and Tyson promising to help the workers who come through Hassan's store.
I'm praying for everyone. Hopefully they will get better opportunity after they get up from there. That's the only thing I'm praying for them.
This plant has been in operation here in Hanover County since the 1960s. It's a big employer in the county.
Anyway, they'll probably still have as many.
While Tyson Foods announced yesterday 2 facilities will be.
They'll probably still have many chicken coming in, but less worker to make sure things are done right. Anyway, here's something from Fox News here. St. Louis will-be carjackers run away on foot after victim refused to give up keys and shot in the leg. That was from yesterday. Let's see here what this says here.
Give me the keys, bro. What's up, bro? Give me the keys. Okay. Right now. Okay, can I get them? Hey, I gotta get my keys. I gotta get my keys. Right now. I gotta get my keys. Right now. Give it to him. Get the keys, bro. I gotta get my keys, man. Give him the keys. I gotta get my keys. I ain't gonna lie, don't get the car. Come on. Let me get the bag. Give it to him. Give him the bag. No, I need this bag. Hey, take it back. Listen, man, I got something to psychology.
This one here is actually in Houston.
I cannot get the keys, bro. Keys, bro. I'm not gonna hurt you, bro. Just the keys, bro. Man. Take your pocket. I don't have them, man. Hey, bro, keys. I don't have. Hey, that's you, brother. Come on, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, get him, bro. Stay real. What are you guys doing, man? What are you guys doing, man?
How in the heck are they following him on camera and not arresting him? You know? Up that little blue car there. They had guns on them. Anyway, it says down here, a man is in St. Louis was shot after confronting two men attempting to carjack his vehicle, according to the St. Louis police. On Saturday, March 18th, a 20-year-old male victim was approached by two black males while at the parking lot of a gas station at 4700 South Spring in South St. Louis and demanded his car keys. The victim allegedly refused to hand over his keys, prompting one of the perpetrators to take out a gun and shoot him once in the leg. Following the attack, the two offenders fled on foot, according to the St. Louis Police Department. Authorities shared that the two men did not steal the victim's vehicle following the attack. A witness who was with the victim at the time of the incident drove the victim to the local hospital. Anyway, see what it says down here. This one here is the one we saw on the video. Bamboozled carjacker end up empty-handed after trying to take Houston man's car at gunpoint. A Texas man is speaking out about his experience following an attempted carjacking where two suspects, one of them armed, followed him home into his garage and tried to steal his car at gunpoint, but ended up bamboozled and empty-handed. They came up on me with a loaded 9mm gun with an extended clip, at least 40 bullets or so. A Houston homeowner who wished to remain anonymous told Fox 26 Houston about the January incident where the two males ran up on him after he pulled into the garage. He said he believes they followed him to his house from a nearby gas station. One of the suspects, who is believed to be a teenager, demanded at gunpoint that the man turn over the keys to his Jeep, which was in the backpack on the passenger side. Apparently unaware the keys were inside the backpack, the second suspect grabbed the backpack and took off, which prevented the other suspect from starting the car. The homeowner then began chasing the suspect with the backpack, at which point he heard gunshots coming from the first suspect, who was beside him. And this carjacking is going on a lot. Just be safe, and know your surrounding. Pull into the garage really is not a good idea, because while you're in there, you got that door open. If you pull in there and close the door before you get out, that'll probably be a good idea. Otherwise, I don't park in the garage. I just back my vehicle in. That way I can see in front and around me before I get out. I never pull in the driveway because you don't know who's coming up behind you. I always back in. But if you do pull in the garage, it's best to close the door before you get out. And here's something here. Office supply. This is from Best Life. It was put out Wednesday. It said office supply stores, including Staples, are closing starting March 25th. Office supply stores. Let's see. Companies have been bringing new meaning to spring cleaning these days. Over the past few weeks, multiple retailers have announced new store closure for the upcoming season, including popular chains like Walmart, Target, Walgreens, and CVS. And the list just got even longer now. Several office supply store chains, including Staples, have confirmed that they'll also be making shutdowns this spring. It's becoming harder for retailers to predict exactly what consumers are going to do when it comes to shopping. Last year, we saw shoppers pull back significantly under the weight of record high inflation. As a result, retail sales were down during the end of the holiday session in 2022. But then in January, it appeared that the new year might be bringing things back around. Retailers saw sales jump back up that month by a surprising 3.2%. That's no longer the case, according to the new data, according to the U.S. Department of Commerce. If you want to read more about that, there's more to read. And I think, when is it? Tuesday or Wednesday? The Fed's supposed to decide that they're going to bring up the interest rates again. You know, they keep bringing it up, and it's going to hurt people. People are going to be buying less, be using their charge cards less, trying to pay the charge cards off to get out of debt. You know, the Feds don't know what they're doing. And here's my last one. I'll read to you from Best Life. It's called Listeria Outbreak has hit 10 states. These are the warning signs of Listeria. The U.S. is experiencing a Listeria outbreak from 10 states currently affected. Let me see if they show the 10 states here. No, they're not showing the 10 states. According to the CDC, although no one has died from it and only 10 have been hospitalized at the publication, the CDC notes that the outbreak may not be limited to the states, but with known illnesses and the number of 6 people of the outbreaks. Anyway, you can read the rest of this in my description box. It says down here, those most at the risk for contacting Listeria include pregnant women, newborns, adults age 65 and older, people with weakened immune system due to medical treatments, such as chemo or HIV/AIDS therapy, and people with chronic illnesses and diabetes. So there's more to read about this. You want to read it. This is all I got for you today. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or at least come back once in a while. And until next time, later.